Hey, what's up everyone? It's Ray and welcome to this new guide. This guide will be about Bloodvelds, so a new Slayer guide series, so enjoy! First of all, the Bloodveld has a combat level of 76, it has 1200 life points, and we need a Slayer requirement level of 50. It attacks with magical based melee attacks. What I mean by that is that if you want to protect against the Bloodvelds, you will need protect from melee, since it is a melee attack. But it is magical based, meaning that your magical bonus will also determine how big your defense against the attack is, but I will go in depth with that later on. Its max hit is 59, its weakness is stab, slash or ranged, and its habitat, either where we're gonna kill them, is the Slayer Tower on the second floor. Also, all the stats and life points, everything is all based on that the Bloodvelds in the Slayer Tower on the second floor. Nowhere in Runescape. Now there are three main ways of getting there. First of all, the way I show in the video is use a house teletap and use your teleport to Canifis. You can only do this when you have done the Desert Treasure quest completely. Another way is to use the active file and go to the active fungus and walk from there, or you can use the fairy rings. My method is the fastest way, so I recommend that one. Now you're there. Once you are geared up, walk from the bank. You walk a little bit north, a little bit west, and you'll see the Slayer Tower. You can walk all the way around. You need to run a lot, so it's you can just rest anytime. Just go to the second floor, and they'll be quite close to the stairs already. First, I'm going to show you the range method. Now, the range method is only advised if you have a higher range level than your melee stats. If your melee stats are higher, it is quite advised to use melee, as it is always stronger than mage, your max hit and everything. Now, to get on to the gear, first of all, we have a full Slayer helmet. Only use the Slayer helmet if you have the full Slayer helmet, so also with the hex grass and everything in it. Because otherwise, just an archer helmet will do. It will actually be better, since it won't give any ranged bonuses if you only have like a normal Slayer helmet. Next we have the Amulet of Ranging. I wouldn't recommend a Fury, since you don't really need the defense bonuses. Just Amulet of Ranging, since you will need the attack bonuses, the range attack bonuses. Then an Avis Alerter. You can substitute this by an what's it called again? A Tractor or any of the other of the series. You don't really need the Alerter. Just any of them, as long as it retrieves the bolts. Then we use Bro-Tip bolts. You should already have the Slayer level to use them, so I wouldn't recommend anything else. Black D'hide body can be substituted by MoneyK1lls if you want to, though I would not recommend it. Yeah, you don't really need the defense bonus, so Black D'hide is just fine. But if you have it, sure, use it. It's fine. Same thing with Black D'hide chaps. You can substitute by MoneyK1lls if you want to, but it's not really necessary. Now the Black D'hide Vambraces can be substituted by Barrow's gloves if you have them. That's actually better, but I just showed this quite low level setup. Then Snakeskin boots can be substituted by Ranger boots if you have them. That is better. And an Archer ring, not really substitutable. This is just the best ring if you want to go ranging. Now for the Chaotic Crossbow and the Eagle Eye, I do understand that not everyone is into dungeoneering as much as I am, so you can substitute this by a Spirit Shield and a Rune Crossbow if you want to, but these are the best options, since the Eagle Eye gives an amazing magic absorption bonus. Now for the inventory, you can see I bring extreme ranging potions. Of course, if you don't have them, don't use them, just use normal ranging potions. I do recommend using ranging potions just to speed up your task. I bring 2 bunyips. That's for me enough to last through the entire Slayer task, but you might change it up a bit, since you might have different stats or different gear or anything like that. I use Rigor the entire task, so I bring prayer potions. You don't have to if you don't want to, or if you have Eagle Eye you can use that. But I just use Rigor for the defense and the range bonus. It just works for me. If you don't have it, sure, go ahead, use something else, but this is what I use. 2 sharks for emergency foods. Normally my bunyip heals the full amount. If I get hit or something, my bunyip will just deal with it. And if that doesn't work, my enhanced Excalibur, but I just feel it feels good to have like 2 emergency food, but you don't have to. Of course, your defense and magic level will be different than my magic and defense level, but yeah, you can change between your setup just to adjust the setup, so you know when you're going there first, you know what to bring. Now once you're there, I've shown the way how to get there before the inventory and stuff like that, so once you're there, just drink your ranging potion or your extreme ranging potion, summon your bunyip or any other healing familiar you have, and make sure to set your quick prayers if you're using prayer to either Rigor or Eagle Eye. Now start killing them. Since you have like the best magical defense, they won't hit you that much, and as you can see, you hit quite a lot on them. They're not really that hard of a task, and you can finish it quite quickly. It shouldn't be too crowded here. If you find like a low population world, or if you have to, you can switch to a German world or something. But for me, that was never really the case, since I always got a free world. As you can see, no one is here right now, so that's quite good. They drop a lot of green charms, so that's actually one you want to get watch out for. They don't have like real top drop or anything, so you don't have to pay attention that much. You can actually AFK them a bit. They are not aggressive, so they won't attack you back like immediately or something, but out of itself. But you do have to attack them, and they are quite quick. But like if you want to AFK, you have to click them every time, so that's actually a downside. But like, you know, it doesn't matter. They are a quick task, fun task, quite a lot of experience. So yeah, enjoy with this task. Now we go to the melee setup. Well, for the melee setup, of course, it's a little bit different. I switched my gear a little bit. The inventory is not that different, but the gear is. So first of all, the Slayer helmet, which is the same. You will need either a full Slayer helmet or a Slayer helmet, otherwise like the task won't be really worth it. A glory, if you have a fury, definitely use it. It's a great amulet, but it's too expensive in my opinion, so I just switched up a glory. Fire cape, you can substitute that by a Soul Wars cape or a skill cape trimmed for the prayer bonus or something, whatever you want. Carils, I switched it up for Black D'hide just for the prayer bonus, and just for, yeah, I don't know, I like it better. But you can also use Black D'hide if you don't have Carils. A Dragon Defender, I don't really need the defense bonus, so I rather just have like a better attack bonus. That is the reason why I use the Defender. And a Chaotic Rapier. If you don't have a Chaotic Rapier, it is weak to slash or stab, so you can always use a whip if you want to, or a Dragon Dagger if you can't wield a whip or something. But a Chaotic Rapier is advised. You can also use a longsword, but I just like the Rapier better. Barrow's Gloves. If you don't have Barrow's Gloves, you can also use Snakeskin. Well, no, not the Snakeskin. The Black D'hide Vambraces. And Dragon Boots. If you don't have Dragon Boots, use Snakeskin Boots, but I would recommend Dragon Boots. And Slayer Ring. If you have a Berserker Ring, definitely use that, but I just don't feel like bringing enhance or no, not enhance the gem, the Slayer gem. So I just bring a Slayer Ring to check how many kills I still need to do. Now for the inventory is quite similar to the ranged inventory, except for extreme ranges. I bring extreme attacks and extreme strength. If you don't have extremes, use supers. They really help a lot. Now I turmoil all the way. If you don't have turmoil, you can use piety. If you don't have piety, you don't have to use prayer, or you can use, I don't know, like super attack or like ultimate strength or something. I have no idea what all the prayers are, but that's the reason why I bring prayer potions. If you don't want to, you can just substitute it by food, but like I use Soul Split if I'm low on health, so I really don't need food, except for the Enhanced Excalibur and a Bunyip. Now I only bring one Bunyip, as you can see. That's because I finished my Slayer task within the time the Bunyip dies, so I don't really need a second one. So I'm quite fast with these tasks. And a one-click teleport out, of course. And the Enhanced Excalibur is just for emergencies, which like hardly ever occur. But if you want to use some food, that's fine. Use some sharks or whatever. And if you also want to use Turmoil or Piety, but the trip lasts a little bit longer, you can switch some more prayer potions or an extra bunyip, whatever you want. Just switch around a bit and see what works for you. And also for the melee method, it's quite similar. Just drink your extreme attack, extreme defenses, and make sure your quick prayers are selected on either Turmoil or Piety if you are using prayer. If you're not using prayer, you can immediately start killing them. Also, one thing you might not have realized is when you go through this Slayer Tower, there are also some creatures like the Banshees, where you'll need like earmuffs or a nose bag. So it is also, for that reason, quite advised you are using a Slayer helmet so you won't get hit and your stats will be drained. If you don't do this, you might get hit like, that depends per creature, but you might get hit like a 400 and your stats will be drained, so that's not really that nice. Anyway, just summon your Bunyip and start killing them, and this task should be done quite soon, since they are quite easy to kill, as you can see in the video. Now for the charm rate of Bloodveld, since they are also quite commonly killed without being on a Slayer task, is because they have a quite common green charm drop rate. Well, not that common, but since they are so easy to kill, actually the green charms per hour are quite good. Now, for the charms are, the chance of getting a gold charm is 9%, the chance of getting a blue charm is 1%, the chance of getting a green charm is 32%, and the chance of getting a crimson charm is 5%. That means the chance of no charm is 53%, which is quite good. Yeah, so if you want to kill him without being on a Slayer task, I would not really recommend it, since green charms aren't the best experience, but if you want to do it, yeah, quite a lot of green charms, so enjoy. And this was the end of my guide. Please comment, rate and subscribe, I appreciate it a lot. These guides take a long time to make, so it would be much appreciated if you subscribe or favorite or leave a comment what you think and give me some feedback. Any feedback is welcome. I will consider it, putting it in my next video. So yeah, as I said, please comment, rate and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.